Hello, this is RV Vagabond Jerry, and in this video I am in Ruidoso, New Mexico, and I am going to show you 10 museums in and around Ruidoso. Just a little bit of each, so when you come here you got a good idea as to some things to see around Ruidoso. And by the way, if you come here in your RV in the summer, you're likely going to find all the RV parks full. They book monthly for the whole season of the summer. So unless you have a pre-arranged reservation, you're going to have a lot of trouble to find a spot even for a few days. However, there is one place I think you can get a spot with hookups. So let me show you. It's an RV park here that is part of the Inn of the Mountain Gods Casino, which is just down the road here. And I was surprised when I came here and saw several vacancies. Now, I was a bit shocked at the price. $50 a day, and they don't have a weekly rate. But when you're desperate and you've got a easy availability here, let's take it. And each space here has 20, 30, 50 amp electric, a water faucet, and the dump station. And as you can see, there's no gravel roads, and you have an excellent concrete parking pad. So now let's go take a look at those museums. So first I'm going to show you the Hubbard Museum of the American West, which is an outdoor museum with these amazing horse sculptures. They do have an indoor museum here. However, from the looks of this, it's not open anymore. And I think this is the man who sculptured the horses. And these statues are full size. Actually, they look to me to be a little slightly bigger than full size. In fact, my head only goes halfway up his body right there. They do have some display signs here. Paint horse, American paint horse. But this one is an Appaloosa. This American quarter horse. And this thoroughbred are both, as you can see, up on only one leg. These horse sculptures are all on this really nicely maintained hill. And right next door to the horses is this Billy the Kid Natural Scenic Byway Visitor Center. And the Billy the Kid Natural Scenic Byway is the highway that goes right by here. They got this mural outside. So let's go in and see what they've got in here. They have this movie you can watch.
Henry McCarty, also known as Henry Antrim, aka Kid Antrim. William H. Bobby, also known as the Kid, also known as Billy the Kid, was one of these cowboys. He reached Santa Fe in 1873 with his widowed mother, Catherine McCarty, and her new husband, William Antrim.
But they really don't have much here. It's a free museum and would take you only a few minutes to look at. It's mostly just reading and watching documentaries. The Ruidoso Downs racetrack has their own museum, which is on the second floor at the bleachers. The All-American Futurity. It has info here about how much the purses are per yard. Now the Dubai World Cup has $6 million as their purse. So there's all kinds of trophies and equipment here. I guess this is one of their claims to fame. It's a fairly good size room with all sorts of displays about the horse racing. And a really nice long sculpture here. And I bet you weren't expecting anything like this in my video. This is a marijuana store. The only one I've ever heard of that actually has a marijuana museum. Now only a small part of their museum is available now. They had a break-in and a lot of their displays are down in the basement. So I'll show you what I can. Next I'm going to show you the Fort Stanton Historic Site and Museum, which is about 15 miles north of the north border of Ruidoso. They have an indoor museum here. I looked around, nothing too exciting. Mostly just some displays behind glass. They have a lot of uniforms and saddles that are in really good condition. Various artifacts. And this is back behind the museum where they have all these buildings. And I'll get some close-ups maybe. This building is their hospital, which they're in the process of doing restoration. A lot of the buildings here are being restored still. Here's some info on the hospital. And you can go inside the hospital and look around. Here they have mailboxes, and they're showing a movie here. And they've got one of these old theater projectors and seats. Various other things on display. dental department here. Guess what this is, folks? It's a bread slicer. Well, you could spend all day going inside and looking around these buildings, which I'm not going to do in this video. And here they even have their own post office. How about that? A lot of these buildings are open. I think most of them are, that you can go on and inside and look around to see what's in them if you come here. But I'm going to take off and show you some other museums. The next 4 museums I'm going to show you are in the community of Lincoln, which is about 25 miles northeast of Ruidoso. So after this store went out of business, they turned it into the Lincoln County Courthouse. The Stagecoach got a good parking spot.
Yeah. That would have been the saloon or billiard room.
Well, there's actually not much in here. A really clean fireplace. This picture of Billy Kid is just seen everywhere. Well, this looks like the main courtroom. And here's the jury box. Next is the Tunstall McSween store. Also the Tunstall Store Museum. Well, they've got a lot of things in the store here. The museum also has some other displays like this. This I've never heard of. This is a chemical cart. Wonder how that works. And this, guess what this is? It is a mail wagon. And this one doesn't have a sign on it. This is a fruit press. Various tools here. Here's some more store displays. Children's shoes and boots. Belts. Hammer stocks. And it looks like this would be the proprietor's living quarters. There's his bed. Well, that's about it, folks. Next is the Montano store. I don't quite know what they sold. And we have a proprietor's quarters here as well. There's Mr. Montano and his wife. This has some history of him. This just says it was a general store. Here's some general pears. General, I think these are persimmons. There's the wife, I guess. And whatever this shack out back was, did not hold up very well. Next is the Lincoln State Monument, where they have several buildings here. There's a gallery of Western art there. I went inside. It's got some pretty good paintings. Looks like a combination of wood and adobe buildings here. This one, mostly adobe. I guess it is. This is what it says it is. This is what is inside the Visitor Center Museum. Got some guns here. An old wagon. And here we have a white horse and 2 headless horsemen. Huh. That looks like an Indian headdress. A big one. Pioneer jacket and Mescalero ceremonial dress.
illegal excavators.
And they've got a movie you can watch. But that's about it here, folks. And the last place I'm going to show you is the Smokey Bear Historical Park. We've got a lot of Smokey the Bear toys and memorabilia here. Not sure what those dates mean, but Smokey was a real bear. Now what they have in the museum here is pretty much just posters and pictures and information about forest fires. Now let's go see what's outside. We've got this tiled walkway around this area with info plaques like this. It's mostly just a bunch of trees. Mostly talking about the trees. We've got a creek flowing here into a little pond. And here's a firefighter memorial. And this is the burial site of Smokey the Bear. Here's some more information about it. It's a nice little park they have here. Well, I think I did get a lot into this video. Let me know how you liked it. Good day, folks.